I broke up with my boyfriend because he pretended I was stronger than him for months, and somehow that hurt more than I expected. When we first started dating, I had a bad habit. I was very physical. Not in a violent way. I'd shove him when I laughed, grab his arm, try to pin him to the couch, and start random play fights for absolutely no reason. And every single time, he played along. If I pushed him, he'd stumble dramatically. If I held on to him, he'd act like he couldn't escape. If we wrestled around on the couch, he'd pretend I was giving him a real challenge. I honestly thought we were just teasing each other. Then one afternoon we were watching TV when he suddenly remembered he was late meeting his friends. He stood up and said he needed a shower. Naturally, I tackled him back onto the sofa. I sat on top of him and pinned his arms under my knees. He struggled like usual, and I laughed because I was clearly winning. Or so I thought. After a minute he said, "Babe, I really have to go." I ignored him and kept pushing him back whenever he tried to get up. Then everything changed. In one smooth movement, he rolled us over, pinned my wrists above my head, and leaned down to kiss my cheeks while laughing. I tried to move. I couldn't. Not even a little. I remember staring up at him and blurting out, "Why are you so strong today?" He laughed. Actually laughed. Then he looked at me and said, "Come on, you didn't think we were the same strength, did you?" Something in my stomach dropped. He went to shower while I sat on the couch replaying every single play fight we'd ever had. Every dramatic stumble. Every fake struggle. Every time I thought I'd pinned him down. Had he been pretending the entire time? By the time he came home later that night with my favorite Chinese food, I'd worked myself into a spiral. The second he walked through the door, I jumped on him and tried to wrestle him again. He wrapped me in a bear hug instantly. I fought harder than I ever had before, and it didn't make a difference. "What's wrong?" he kept asking. "You lied to me," I said. I tried explaining that it felt humiliating, like I'd been the only one taking our little battles seriously while he'd been secretly playing make-believe the whole time. But he couldn't stop joking about it. He teased me, flirted with me, and acted like the whole thing was ridiculous. A week later, I ended the relationship. And the weirdest part is, I still don't know if I was upset that he was stronger than me. Or that he never realized why it hurt.